friends. This is Wheezy from the What is True podcast. Hope everyone is doing rather exquisite. This is a small clip, and if you fancy listening to the entire episode, please visit the linktree below. This is due to the heavy censorship on this particular platform, so I hope you guys understand and hope to catch you on these other platforms. Much love. I had a show planned, and unfortunately it fell through. And then I had a plan B, and that fell through. So this is plan C. I threw out the invitation to a few people, and hopefully they join us. Ryan or Randy Walsh may join us here in half an hour or so. It's going to be a fun show. Sometimes things don't happen the way you plan it, and we're gonna go through anyways. So I don't know how many people have been. Well, there's a bunch of stuff. Let me go over some of the notes that I have. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I kind of got my start by exposing Sean Atwood. There was some Sean Atwood news this week that kind of brought me back to the old days. Real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but early this week, someone that follows me on Twitter, they go by Sativa. Sorry if I butchered your name, but they tagged me on a post made by Kirby Summers. Kirby Summers is a survivor of abuse from the Jeff Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell cabal, and she's been doing a lot of work. She has like 20,000 Twitter followers, 60,000 on YouTube, just a pretty big following. Anyways, early this week, she made a Twitter post talking about how Sean Atwood scammed her and was a piece of shit. And Sativa tagged me in that Twitter post and said, Wheezy exposed Sean years ago. So shout out to Sativa for that. And I started just sharing some of my work with Kirby Summers. It's funny because Kirby, a few years ago, some of my listeners said, you need to reach out to Kirby. She'd be a good guest to have. And when I tried reaching out to her, she had me blocked. And I figured it's because she had been on Sean Atwood's show quite a bit. She was like a regular guest on his show. And I was like, all right, I don't know what I did to her. It is what it is. And early this week when they tagged me, apparently she had me unblocked. But a couple of you guys that follow me tagged me on her Twitter post, say, hey, Wheezy has, exposed Sean Atwood all this time ago. And let me see if I can find the original post that she made so I don't butcher it. But okay, here we go. Let me share screen it. Share screen. That way I don't butcher what she said. So that thumbnail is one that my friends helped me with. George O'Brien was part of those Daddygate days. Marion G of G's is in the live chat. She was part of that group, and we all helped uncover all this shit. So here's what Kirby wrote. I want to thank everyone who has dropped a word of kindness in the aftermath of our discovery of the real Sean Atwood. What began as a discussion about Alan Dershowitz has turned out to have been a blessing. It has opened the door to the real Atwood. He is by far creepier than Dersh. So about 2 weeks ago, Sean Atwood actually had Alan Dershowitz on his channel. What a scumbag. See, I don't follow Sean Atwood. I left that shit. I don't even bring him up that often anymore. I don't bring him up at all. I only bring it up when other people bring it up to my attention. Like in this case, some people tagged me on it, and that's what I did. But let me see. Atwood had been shit talking Alan Dershowitz for all these years, supposedly. You know what? Here's a funny little story too. When I was a fan of Sean, I used to be in the live chat telling him about Alan Dershowitz all those years ago, man. And seeing this whole thing come full circle is rather hilarious. But I'm gonna show you how that podcast with Alan Dershowitz went. Especially towards the end. Okay, here we go. Alan Dershowitz. Oh, let's get rid of these stupid fucking ads, man. So he has 91,000. I mean, that's a huge get for him, 91,000. But this is an account that has 1.1 million subscribers. So it's just garbage. And I think he only picked up a bunch of views because people were talking about him having Alan Dershowitz. But look how he ends it at the very end. Look how he says bye. Let's see if I can find it.
Friendly as people think. It's
Alan Dershowitz is like thanking him for what an awesome softball interview Sean gave him.
Media friendly as people think. It's somewhat boring on a scale of 10, it's a 3, but it's been elevated to an 11, and that's, I think, media puff.
Well, huge thank you for clearing so many things up. Let's hope Maxwell gets out early and Prince Andrew gets off the hook. And we'd love to have you back again in the future if you ever got the time.
Let's hope Ghislaine Maxwell and Prince Andrew get off. This guy supposedly made a career in exposing the Epstein bullshit and everything. And here he's kissing ass to one of the creepiest little fucks around. And Alan, I left my underwear on Dershowitz. Little fucking scheming fucking scumbag. Former O.J. Simpson attorney, former Donald Trump attorney, former Jeff Epstein attorney, and partied with Jeff Epstein. I mean, this is the scum of the scum. And here you have this fucking other creepy, I guess creeps of a feather stick together, Sean Atwood, saying, oh, awesome shit, Alan Dershowitz, can't wait to have you on again. So this happened about 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, 1.1 million subscribers, 90,000 views. If you do the percentages, man, no one watches this bullshit. 90,000 views for him is like him hitting the lottery. If you go down his list, he gets like 5,000 views on a lot of his shit. For many years, we said he bought his subs. And I'm going to say this now, man. A lot of the people that I run around with in this podcast world have been on this motherfucker show, Sean Atwood's. They have offered to have Sean on their shows. And I'm at the point now where, man, fuck that shit, dude. It's a weird situation to be in because some of these guys I like. And yet they platform this fucking scumbag, Sean Atwood. They know about Daddygate. They know about the exposure that I did on this motherfucker. And yet they still have him on. It's fucking bananas, man. It's one of the reasons why, as of late, I'm like, man, fuck everyone, man. I don't trust a lot of motherfuckers, even in this conspiracy space, because they say they're about truth. And then they platform this motherfucking scumbag, this fucking fraud, Sean Atwood. And if people wanted to say, oh, Weezy, you just took it too far with Sean Atwood. No, motherfuckers. He's got Alan fucking Dershowitz on his show and he's kissing his ass. So I've been vindicated. All those motherfucking years ago that I exposed this motherfucker, I've been vindicated. Back to Miss Kirby Summers. She's been talking a lot about Sean Atwood and how he scammed her. Here's her bio on Twitter. She's an author, journalist, historian, former sex slave. She's wrote books on Jeff Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Franklin child abuse, crime, espionage, memoir, billionaire's woman. Her website is kirbysummers.substack.com. Summers is spelled Sommers. For anyone that wants to follow her work, she's got 25,000 followers on Twitter. But her and I've been in contact all week long. She has repeatedly thanked me and said, Wheezy, great work in exposing Sean for the fucking scammer that he is. And I told her, look, thank you, but it wasn't just me. We had a whole team behind me. Tons of people helped us out. And some of these people are right here in the live chat, like George O'Brien, Marion G of G's. Shout out to Secret Squirrel. You've probably seen her in my live chat. She was part of that group, and many others that I haven't named. But it was a team effort where we all put our minds together to expose this motherfucker for the fucking bullshit artist that he is. And that's we spent so much of our own time. No one was paying us. We did this out of a passion to wake other people up. And one of the reasons why I stopped covering it was because we weren't getting any help, man. We had if you're in the UK, you guys have heard of the podcaster James English. James English is a massive podcaster in the UK. He's kind of like the Joe Rogan of the UK. That motherfucker was messaging me straight up. Hey man, what's the skinny on Atwood? Hey, tell me more about Atwood. And I kept telling him, put me on your motherfucking show and I'll tell you all you want to know. But he was too pussy. I'm saying it now. I don't give a fuck. It's many years later, but that's the truth. A lot of these people with big platforms, they were too pussy to fucking say anything about Atwood. That's the fucking truth. And it kind of demoralized me because I started to feel like I was being used, not by everyone. I'm not saying everyone, but there was a lot of people that just wanted to hear me rip into Sean Atwood week in and week out. I almost felt like I was entertaining people. And my goal was never to entertain people. It was to wake motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? And I just got tired with that shit. I ended up losing my YouTube channel over that shit. So fuck it. So I just walked away. So in a interesting turn of events, I've been vindicated all these years later. If you go back to my early episodes, I interviewed Sean Atwood's landlord. That's a good one. Landlord Part 1, Landlord Part 2. If you don't know anything about my Sean Atwood coverage, I believe Landlord Part 1 is episode number 39. And then Landlord Part 2 is episode number 41. I also interviewed Sean's slutty ass girlfriend, Callie Diamond, episode number 33. She's talking about some crazy fucking shit in that show. It was X-rated. And that's what blew me up. For people that don't know how the fuck I came onto the scene and all this shit, that shit was massive, man. Anyone that was following me all those years ago knew that shit was popping, man. I mean, think about it. Brian Harvey was watching my shows. James English was tuning in. Big fucking names in the UK were listening to my little ghetto-ass American voice talking shit on Sean Atwood. And that's why I got shut down off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I just, Kirby has been giving me a lot of shout outs on Twitter. And she's been thanking me a lot, but I want to reiterate, it wasn't a one-man effort, man. This was a group deal. I was pretty much the voice for this shit. And that's what it was. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure I hit that. That was part of my notes for today. The other thing I wanted to mention was how it's kind of along the same lines, man. We like to label our space the truth community. But how many motherfuckers are being truthful? How many motherfuckers are only searching dollar or looking for dollar bills, man? You know what I'm saying? And for me, that gets demoralizing. I often tell people how I'm a fucking garbage man. Not because it's glorious. I'm just a working motherfucker. I work my 50, 60-hour weeks. And then I do this because I have a passion for it. But so many motherfuckers do this shit for clicks and views and making money. And as a result, they self-censor. They won't say certain things because they don't want to offend other people. And then you have other motherfuckers that will say stupid shit. And you have to wonder if they're controlled opposition for the retarded shit that they say. And so it gets crazy, and it gets more and more difficult to know what's really going on in the quote unquote truth community. I threw out the invitation to Adam Green. Adam Green, for some of you guys may be familiar with him. He's got a pretty large following.